So yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see how this one goes along. But let's start this game. Obviously, as you can tell, it's eGz Evolution Gamers, the new team. Froxy, Ronnie, Dradix, Melisium from Old SK, and Fred, FRD, versus Felix, Enossi, Banshee, Hetta, and Johannes. Almost the full team that they had before when they went ESL 1. They lost 3 players, obviously Benny Smashu and Jera. It's not Guerra, as I was saying during the cast, and Jason Kaplan. Every single time I said it, he's just got madder and madder.
And yeah, indeed, there are a lot of like old players, but new in the obliteration gameplay. Like Rone didn't play the last season, or actually didn't. I mean, he did play a bit of the last season, but he didn't play almost any of the other seasons. Froxy, I don't think he played the last season. If
no, he used to play for BGenius.
Oh yeah, that's right. But Malisham didn't play at all the last season, I'm sure. No. FRD didn't also, because you know FRD was in vacations or something.
Yeah, he was. FRD is always on vacation. He comes back whenever he wants. It's like, oh well, now it's worth it for me to come back. My fans need me.
Yeah, that's true. So they are experienced players, but not in this gameplay. They have like,
well,
you know.
Holy shit, Fred going for a very quick double. Yeah, that's not afraid at all. 2 players left for LeiSuRe, and please continue, Rella.
Oh well, no, they have experience on Battlefield 4, but not necessarily a lot of game knowledge about obliteration. But that's not going to be a problem for, especially for FRG, as you could see during the last cup also, because he has this sneaky Slayer gameplay that fits perfectly for obliteration. You know, he can be the man to make the difference with his sneaky and slaying gameplay.
Yeah, AEK #1 AEK since 1986, obviously.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's the date where he got his first AEK in real life. Usually in France, especially in... Where is he from? In the south of France? Marseille?
Marseille.
He's from Marseille?
No, he's from Nice.
Ah, from Nice. France. Oh, well, let's just say that his parents are probably from Marseille, because then they would have AKs or something.
Well,
that's just a stereotype. That's a stereotype. I know everybody thinks, oh my god, the offensiveness, but no, that's just banter. Obviously. Here we go. The AUG is pretty darn strong. Obviously, Wara's using it when he was playing for Team Penta in the ESL 1 finals. Best thing about it is the fact that you have such a high bullet velocity, so you can lob bullets across the map very quickly, which is exactly what you don't get to do with the Ace-21 CQB that Enossi has here. Obviously, going for an AT mine is the best thing to do when you're playing squad obliteration. You know, best play ever. Enossi will go in, gets taken down by FRD. Oh my god, Fred is literally on fire right now. Is finally getting taken down by a Waterside. And this is fairly, I don't know, equal at this point. eGz had a very good push off the start, but even with 4 players down on the Chinese side for LeiSuRe, they were not able to actually get a decisive bomb plant there. They gave him way too much time, being a bit afraid of what LeiSuRe have in store on here. So what do you think? How do you break this play on Dawnbreaker? Because we've seen before sniper rifles, but they're no longer in use. How do you think?
Well, when you are in this situation for LeiSuRe, you have you can wait for the enemy team to push and hope to kind of wipe them or kill enough people to be able to push the bomb. Or you can do what they try to do. You can go in the tunnel and try to go out on the hill. You know, you have like some kind of a secret way to go on the hill and to take the other teams by a back rape. What they are actually kind of doing. I mean, they tried to, but.
And this is the beauty of it right now, because they have 2 players, Ronnie and Melisium, holding off the northern side of A. There's 2 players, Froxy and Dradix, on the hill itself, and then there's FRD, who opened up the play with a very nice double. FRD is playing out of his mind right now. 6-2, 5-1 for Dradix. On the other hand, it's not looking too good for the players at LeiSuRe. Now, again, kills are not really the most important thing about playing Squad Oblit, but they can help out quite a bit. And here's the MBT Law, or the RPG from Dradix, to clean this one up. This should be turning into a bomb, and here we go. 2 players as well falling for LeiSuRe at the end of it. And this is now 1 point up for Evolution Gamers. Well done.
Yeah, kills are not so important. Actually, it's not important that everybody gets killed. I think that's one of the main difference with domination. Like, if you have 2 or 3 players having almost no kills, it's not so important if the Slayers and the sneaky players are doing the job, you know, because they are going to open sites, and the other players can just like take one line and just hold it. That's enough, you know. In domination, you needed like that everybody take his share of kills. And you can see teams, I guess, you know, from Epsilon, where you could see sometimes some huge fraggers in obliteration, I mean, have extremely good results, even if some players in their team ended up the rounds with almost like 5 or 7 kills, you know.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, we've seen Safe even barely back in the old Epsilon days, where even if Safe was not performing too well, his teammates would be helping out because each one has a different role. Safe would get the very good defensive kills when they have a bomb plant down. He's able to ferry his team, you know, keep them in the actual game, you know, keep them thinking correctly. And each player has their own role. And obviously, if everybody's a Slayer, yeah, that's good, but you don't really have the mind to function as a team as well, because everybody's gonna be trying to go, you know, lone wolf and try to get as many kills as possible. Now, what I really don't like right now is that LeiSuRe are committing 3 players on one side of the map when they have nobody to actually, except for 2, trying to cut off C. I think this is not too good of a decision here, because 2 players from Evolution Gamers should be more than enough to actually hold this one off here. Malusium trying to bait the players in, but still in control. They might just push out if we can take down a no-C from LeiSuRe. Actually go for the play. Oh no, Malusium will be the first to fall. Johannes with the 1. Dradix getting taken down. Johannes with a double. Somehow he closed it off. Now FRD going for the shots. He's trying to spray down Heta, and Heta will finally fall down to 9 health. FRD is holding off to whatever level of health that he has right now. And they still want to go for a play. They cannot get pushed here by banishing, or else it is pretty RIP here. Stratix trying to scout around, finally spots out Banishing, unable to get the frag, an extra spawn coming in, and if Fred can open up the site here on B and C, this might be perfect for his teammates. Here's frag number 1, goes for a quick reload, but immediately spots 2 players in, gets a bit of damage done, but Felix will be able to get the revive, but this is immediately a push from Evolution Gamers. Again, they are up 1 point to 0. They have a bit of leeway to go for a bit of an aggressive play. Ronnie, not finding anything, will just fall back and try to defend his teammates.
Yeah, they are playing very nice. I mean, for a team with such a low experience in obliteration, against people, I guess, with maybe a bit more experience in obliteration. Not so much though, because it's also maybe players that were more active in the domination era.
Yep.
And they are on the German server, so the hit rate is not necessarily with them, but they are doing a good job of fragging.
Yeah, it's not too shabby at all. Froxy, the old web spell B genius player, trying to hold off here with the bomb in hand. He has 1 teammate to help. Dradix with 1. They're trying to play off 1 versus 1, but lastly, it will be the Ace 23 to win out. But Fred is still up. Ronnie with another. They're trying to hold this one off as the bomb is being ferried across, and Aussie's all on his own. If he goes down, this can be huge, but he's holding off all on his own. He's trying to use the cover to his advantage and trying to at least get that bomb to fall somewhere that's very far away, very much back in the base of his enemies, but he's still alive, he's still jumping in. How does Nazi do it?
That's like nice play. It just show them the middle finger, you know. Hey, I'm
much.
out.
This is Drunksy level of sneakiness.
Exactly.
Well, I think he can actually make this one. I have no idea how he survived, but this forces Evolution Gamers back. And here's Froxy going down. Dradix with a 1 versus 1. He takes one down. Second is right behind the wall. And Dradix, here's exactly what's going on. He wants to play the smart game. 2 players in. They rush him with the grenade. That is perfect. Grenade to try to push him out of position. Fred falling at the end. 11-5 now. 13-5 for Dradix. This is what we're talking about. The positioning is a lot more important than just the fragging ability of your team, and this will result in an A bomb plant for the Chinese side at LeiSuRe.
I don't think that eGz will be able to defuse it. I mean, they have very good positions, I think. Yes, they have kind of really great positions, and when you have the top of the former A domination point on this map, well, you're very hard to kill. So
pretty much. And this is the thing, and Aussie playing with a suppressor. Now, what do you think about playing suppressor in competitive mode? Because you're not really able to harness it completely because people they have a different awareness than in public. What do you think?
That's true, that's true. I don't know, I've never tried it personally, so I can't really say. I guess maybe for very sneaky players that only care about not being spotted right away, or for playing in smokes, you know, it can be very useful. So if you are playing a lot with smokes, you can add 1 or 2 seconds of reaction time to your opponents before you really know where you are. So it can be interesting, but you have to play it in a very special way. If you're like a big slayer, just taking 1 versus 1 in many situations, it's not interesting to you.
Well, Banshee trying to go huge here with a double. This can help out a lot. He's going the Zuzu jump here. Not going to find the 1 kill. Bomb or M67 being lobbed in, but already Johannes will get the 1 frag onto 1. Well, that's another one from LeiSuRe. Will this actually turn into a 2-1? It's looking like it. 3 players are still left alive for that US side on Team Evolution Gamers. And FRD is the only person to actually be on that B side. Finally having someone to help him out. There we go. 3 players on B. We'll set up the defense, but 1 falling. FRD getting taken down. Johannes with a double. How does he do this? And Froxy will go for the quick revives. Nicely done. Everything suppressed. Yes, put a suppressor on your repair tool, on your AT mines, on your straw, your small, whatever it is. Just put a suppressor on it, or you will lose. Actually, a straw with a suppressor on it would look extremely funny.
That tool looks fucking great, but yeah. I think you will die each time you shoot because it will hit the suppressor. So
I mean, depending on how large the suppressor is.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a small suppressor.
That's true. Okay, that's true.
I don't know about you, but I have a pretty big suppressor. It works very, very well.
Okay. Let's change subject. Okay.
Hey, hey, you shouldn't be afraid of the size of your suppressor. It's all about what you do with it.
Exactly, that's true.
Well, FRD and his buddies now on the comeback as they did get the defuse on that Charlie site, trying to move around onto the enemy C side by the water side. 1 player trying to pull them back, but 4 respawning in, trying to split around between B and C. And well, with 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and this being an equilibrium, anything can happen. A suppressed camo. That wouldn't be too bad.
A suppressed camo, yeah. It's not a question of suppressor sizes. Can you make noise with your suppressor, if you see what I mean? That's the most important part.
What do you mean?
I won't explain on stream.
Well, I guess so, but Dradix is still alive. Somehow he's taking a lot of fire across from Felix. Oh, there's just exchanging bullets, just skirmishes, and this is the thing, how do you break a defense at this point?
Well, you send 1 or 2 players trying to make the slayers, You're not committing your whole team, of course, because you will just fall into their lines of fire. But you send like FRD or someone like this, trying to win on the sides, 1 or 2, 1 versus 1. And when you did it, well, you can... The other team will be forced to, remake its line of defense because it will be broken at one side, and that's when you push.
Well, I'm glad that nobody's actually recording exactly what we're saying here on the stream, Kappa. Ronnie still moving around, and when it's spotted, he gets taken down. Heta holding the angle, and I really do think that Johannes is the biggest member for LeiSuRe right now. Even at 17-13, he's been playing so well. He goes in, he gets 1-2 frags immediately. He helps out his teammates so much in an actual push. Ronnie being spotted, these grenades might not be doing much damage, but the entire point of them is just letting them know that there's 1 or 2 players right on the side. And Ronnie is waiting for the perfect timing to push this one out. Fire being shot, but apparently they have no idea. Felix running around his 1. Here's the jump, and he fails it! Oh my god, Hector, how do you do this? But Froxy is able to finally frag. He's still on his own versus 2. And this will be our full revive. LeiSuRe trying to spot them out as they move. He grabs a couple of his own. And more revives coming in. I'm a bit scared. Why did he not lob a grenade? That could have helped a lot in a situation like this. Here's the jump, but Heta on his own. Here's another assist. Ronnie with the help from LeiSuRe, but now from behind they're getting shot. Need to hold off the angle, and Felix will grab a nice double kill. And here is another LeiSuRe. This will be a bomb plan. And well done, LeiSuRe. This has been crazy on the set itself.
That was like a very clean push from two sides at the same time, with kind of a synchronized push from exactly, you know, both entrances. So yeah, very nice push from LeiSuRe.
And well, of course, Firebomb wrecking me in the chat.
Oh yeah,
it really doesn't suppress an Envy, because Envy from a woman, when it comes to suppressor size, doesn't really, it doesn't work. It's not really Envy, it's Lust. But no Lust is suppressed. Obviously, those are the PBS04 Burrito suppressors in Battlefield 4. But yeah, I guess this will be it. Apparently, the guys at LeiSuRe are able to come back to make it 2-1. And in the first half, hold on.
Yeah, this stream is getting really philosophical sometimes.
What do you think? What do you mean?
About the Envy compared to Lust. That's very philosophical.
I mean, it is true, because Envy is being envious of somebody, you know, team envious.
I know,
but
you're right.
If you're not really, you can't really be envious in a situation like that. I don't know.
I know what you mean. It's okay. I know.
Thank you, Rella. Your warm voice helps me. Oh, we're gonna switch servers. Okay.
I guess they were angry against the hit trick.
Well, I kind of need the server then. Wait.
Look, we are slowly regaining viewers.
I'm already pissed. Doesn't matter. I will blame DDoS. The Germans DDoS. No, they didn't. Just nobody take that seriously, please. Oh, the person right above us is GPU giveaway, and then is Swedish Community Cup. Okay, well that's understandable. So,
GPU giveaway. Oh yeah, you can't fight against the GPU giveaway.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, we can make some pizzas giveaway if you want, but that's the most we can do with
neither me nor you can pay for pizza giveaways anyway.
I know it's a lie, but don't tell it.
It's just like they do. They, you know, GPU giveaway, just, you know.
They're going to give you maybe the box or something, but they don't have the money.
The box. Or maybe like an old 400 series GPU. Well, it is technically a GPU giveaway.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think about making mouses giveaways on my stream, because I have so much mouses and I will never use them. So
yeah, you use most of your mice. You use them for like 1 day.
No, not really. When I test a mouse, it's for 1 or 2 weeks, because it's the only way you have to be sure that you are regularly good or not with a mouse. You have to test it. You have to test it on the long term. You know, just making
which one are you testing now, though?
The G303, which is incredible, from Logitech. G303. Like,
there we go. You hear us, Logitech?
Yeah, it
has sponsorship.
Yeah, it has the best sensor on the market, I think, right now. It was a Logitech exclusive sensor, not anymore. The clicks are air lights, etc. But I have some problem with the shape. You know, if you're not holding it correctly, you are going to fail a lot. But when you are holding your mouse correctly, you are going to rape everybody.
I can think about a lot of things that if you hold them incorrectly, you can do a lot of bad things.
Yeah,
just like a weapon or something. Yeah, a suppressor. Yeah. A door giveaway.
Door giveaway, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Well, let's hop in. The game is not done, obviously. Waiting for everybody to reconnect here. LeiSuRe versus Evolution Gamers. And what do you think about that quick push from eGz, actually, in the start of the previous game? Fred was playing fantastically. It reminds me of him back in the Domination era, before Choke K, you know, ended up losing.
Yeah, no, that's true. That was a nice push, and because FRG precisely did his Slayer job. I mean, he weakened the defense line by picking one guy, then another guy, and when you have only 3 guys left in the other team, there is some kind of, you know, for the people used to play the game, there is like some I don't know the word in English. Declick. There is a like it
yeah,
triggers something
it's
from
a
you.
trigger, exactly.
Yeah, you know, like three guys, it's a reflex. Okay, rush. You know, rush. Not necessarily a big rush where you are involving your whole team, but you are pushing. That's four guys in the other team doesn't mean it's in danger, but three guys, most of the teams are going to push.
Well, waiting for everybody to reconnect, and we should be ready to go. Infamous didn't play one match, but they're in the semis. Well, that's good.
Nice.
They're doing much better with that, Urella.
Not yet. I mean, they still. I want to pound on that. They still lost last cup at first stage. Yeah.
Who did they lose against?
No, I mean it has no. It had no meaning because they had not played a lot and they ended up to lose at only like a few seconds on some. You know, on some bomb, so it didn't mean anything. They lost against a David team, you know. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. The old Epsilon players plus SK.
But really, it doesn't mean anything on what they're going to do on this season. Actually, they could do really great because Zuzu, that is replacing me, is a very good player. He's not used to obliteration yet, so you have to wait to give him a little bit of time to reach his full potential. But he's a very good player, and Hysteria could do perfectly my job also, or exam job, I guess. So they can have good results if they play like seriously.
Obviously, this is a thing as well. When you play seriously, you might just be able to win. Who thought? Who would have thought that's actually a thing? You learn something every day here. Which is another big reason of why you should be following the channel to learn more and more and more about Battlefield 4. Obviously from my guest star, Arella. Yes.
As yes we'll say.
Yeah, fear the tards, yes. Fear the turds. Obviously Yas is watching because he wants to look at your face. But I'm not giving him the opportunity.
No, because you want to make some suspense. You know, they are staying on the stream just to see my face at the end. It's like, it's the giveaway. We have our giveaway. It's my face giveaway, right?
Yeah, we're actually gonna give away... Okay, imagine if there was... Okay. I know when you stream, you get a decent amount of viewers. I wish I would be able to stream, but I get DDoSed every single time I do it.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, my entire... All the servers I go into get DDoSed. So, basically... It would be nice to see you getting a sub button and having like a t-shirt of your face maybe, or a t-shirt of Jazer's face that people can buy, or maybe because it's you, just have like a t-shirt with a mouse on it. Yeah,
that's true. I think we could do the reverse thing. That would work way more. I should have like no shirt, play like, you know, naked, and people would have to subscribe not to see my body anymore. You know, they will
actually that would work very well.
Yeah, they will be forced. Like they will be, no, I have to subscribe. It's not. I can bear it, and I think I will become a famous streamer.
Well, you can ask Brecky.
Yeah.
Give it to me, please. England. How well is your Englando, Rella?
So cap. Liat.
Rush B.
No, it's like why you pick? But you say Rush B. No.
Nice yoke.
Relay 1 versus 5. Zuzu jump melt. Yeah, thank you, Westbros. That's exactly how I intend to make my 1 versus 5.
Here's video just so he can see what you look like, Rella. Of course, Yas has never seen you.
Yeah. I mean, actually, Yas was supposed to come to see me, but he's too lazy to move.
Obviously. Probably eating some, I don't know, tabbouleh or whatever.
Kebab.
Kebab, but I moved kebab.
That's not even a stereotype, he's already all the time doing kebab.
Yes, he goes back home, he's like, un durum, s'il vous plaît? What is it? Durum poulet mayonnaise?
I guess
It's
so.
like that.
Yeah.
There we go, Ronnie with a double. He does not need anything, you know, any food right now, because probably if I were eGz, I would probably send him a kebab right now for the plays that he has been doing. But Evolution Gamers, they want to win out this one. And Anasi still sticking with the Ace 23 suppressor. I am still not a big fan of that. You lose so much at range. I don't really think it's worth it in a competitive mode. Go, Johannes trying to hold off the top side of the map. Not gonna work out at all. Look at the defensive position from Evolution Gamers. Now, this is so difficult to break through and actually grab onto a site. Remember, LeiSuRe are up 2-1, so it's all onto the Frenchies here at eGz to make a play.
Yeah. They could actually be able to get the top A domination. Dreadix is in kind of a 1 versus 1 against Johannes, and if he wins it, I mean, no, it's a 1 versus 2, so it's even less likely. But if they could take the control of that part of the map, they would have such a good positioning.
And FRD here getting taken down by Inasi. I don't know why FRD is being just saying, oh my god, in chat. He did get absolutely Shrek there, jumping over the vault, trying to vault whilst it was getting shot. Not good at all, obviously. But LeiSuRe still in control. They have control of that that bridge, and now they're going to gain control of the bomb itself. And it's very nice to see that they're already sending Hete. I have to say that Hete pulls back, but they're sending at least Inasi here to maybe do a play or two, maybe get a couple kills to ease their way in. As we were saying, there's that special thing when you have, you know, oh, killed 1 or 2, you know, 2, 3 players. You sometimes immediately just go for action without even thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Inasi almost getting the last one there, but Ronnie will secure the kill and stop his skill streak down in the ground, benching at range, trying to 1v1 there, not going to help at all. He does have a single teammate to help out. Now, where are the rest of them? There's 1, there's 3 on this position here. Froxy trying to move her out from lower, and of course the last 2 players on C, they're right behind. Nobody knows. No.
No,
oh
you make a lot of sound when you are doing that, sadly. So you have to be at least 2 if you want to be sure, because the first guy is usually getting killed, because the other guy is just looking at this spot, and you have to get the revenge. So going alone is usually not a good idea.
That is 100% true, but that's Wajiwaipi, triple copy. As Evolution Gamers did go down, will not help them at all to go for the retake. This is the thing, the A side is so far away that it can literally take you years to get there. Heta spraying down FRD, going for the headshot. It doesn't end up cleaning him, but they lose 1 at the expense of Froxy there staying alive. 4 players in by the small alleyway here as Inasi trying to make his way and trying to shut them down. He has no grenade, and that grenade could have helped a lot, but this is pretty much a done deal. He gets the kill on the FRD, and he should not be happy at all with the performance right now from himself or his team. As you can see, FRD is at 1-3. Froxy finally grabbing one for the Glock 18 nonetheless. We all know the Glock is the most balanced weapon in the game.
Absolutely, extremely skilled. I mean, I have no idea how it is not the only weapon people use, actually.
Oh, speaking of that, benching grabs one of the Glock. Who would have known?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's good that they nerfed the 44 Magnum, so it's almost useless.
Yeah, exactly. So people can have no remorse using the G18, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because before you were actually also using the G18, but you were frustrating. You were like, okay, everybody's going to say that I'm a no-skill abusing weapons, but no, it's okay. You're just you have no choice.
Because everybody's no-skill abusing weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Or no-skill weapon abuser. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know about the MP412 Rex, because I don't know how it was actually changed. But what do you think? Here's the big question when it comes to Glock. Would you tap fire, or would you just full auto?
It really depends on the situation. Really, if it's close range, you have to full auto. Like if you are.
But close range for the Glock 18 is like 100 meters.
No. Like if you are like touching the body of your enemy, you can just full. But tap fire is not impossible at all with that weapon. You can actually do whatever you want with that weapon. The guy is still getting destroyed. You know, the cadence, the RPM is over the FAMAS RPM. So whatever you do, the guy will just explode. You know.
Pretty much. Speaking of explosions, and Nossi trying to pull back in the last second. There we go, down to 36 health. Now they do hold off at the end. Now LeiSuRe have a bit of an advantage. Remember, there's an extra point up. Let me actually add that for LeiSuRe. There we go. They're up 3-1. That they still need one more bomb.
eForD is a very good situation right now. He has to wait for his teammates to get a good position, but they might be able to plant.
Johannes trying to survive at the end of it. This is the thing. ACWR. Oh my god, that flip gets taken out by eForD, and Evolution Gamers want to go for an actual hold as Felix going into apps. 2 players are left alive for LeiSuRe, and they cannot lose this one. A is being planted as we speak. MBT Law being lobbed down, but Felix does not want to go full aggro just yet. He wants to scout out the positions, make sure that they will have a bit of an advantage, and there we go. Melisium getting taken down. They take down 2, still 3 left alive, and Johannes will spot out 1. But there's 2 rotating in. Dradix is in such a good position here to hold off that A push. Even holding the bus or being inside the bus is so strong. We've seen that eventually when the first time we saw the apps play. The actual bus was so strong, and Johannes, no remorse at all, taking down Froxy with the MBT Law as he lays it down. Dradix rests alive. He cannot go for defuse. He gets taken down.
Yeah.
Well done by Felix, and very good control by LeiSuRe.
That's sad. I mean, I think they must have failed something in the positionings, because usually it's really hard, as I say, to retake such a when the people have the head glitch over top A. You usually don't lose it. So I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't use the bus head glitch anymore, because you know, with the bus thing, the thing is that the enemy don't know if you are a passenger or a soldier. You know, so they are not shooting. Like they're like, there is a guy in the bus, but is it a civilian?
Yes.
Or they, you know, so it's nice thing to.
Maybe if you're on the Chinese side, you wouldn't really care because, you know, civilian, soldier, yeah, whatever.
Exactly, that's.
I mean, that kind of works.
Political trash talking. Wow. On Twitch, the Chinese government is going to ban
Twitch. Even though Twitch is probably banned in China. Well, no, it's not banned actually.
Really?
Maybe, yeah, because of Dota.
Exactly, that's the main Legends. National interest.
Yeah, even though today LGD were wrecked by TSM, so. Yeah, that's for guys that watch League of Legends. I was at the gym. Yes, I do go to the gym. And my brother's like, oh, were you not watching League of Legends LCS? I'm like, no. No.
Yeah, we can just see something right now on the screen, is that the eForD is playing with Bipod on his S23.
Oh, I want to see that.
What the actual fuck?
Yes, there we go. Bipod in the... I think the S23 has too much recoil for him, so using the bipod will help him out a lot. Ronnie going in for the revive, and there we go. Gotta be able to put his teammate back up, and no, Banshing is watching the side, but headshot from Ronnie immediately on a Banshing. Will make it so they will have an equilibrium. eForD respawning back in, Banshing being taken up again, and Ronnie shot down. This is a bit crazy, back and forth, and Aussie trying to push back, but nobody being spotted at all. There we go, here's the last, here's the assist. Banshing saving the day on eForD again, but shots being fired all the way across from the bridge. Banshing saving the day as well.
Actually, Dradix is going to be a little... No, he's not going to be a...
No.
Yeah.
Rip. Yeah. That's 1, there's 2. Felix Johannes clean up 3, and oh my god, this is a squad wipe. But again, this is the thing, this is Dawnbreaker. It takes a lot of time to get your soldiers all the way across the map. So with this squad wipe, you're going to have just enough time to get next to the bomb sites, but not enough time to actually get a bomb plant like you could if you're playing on Shanghai or a map like Zawad, for instance. So Banshing is on the side, he spots that one, gets the kill on eForD. Well done, they're trying to thin the ranks. The 2 players left alive for Evolution Gamers. They have an idea where the last 2 players are, and they want to peek this one, and there we go, Banshing with 1, MBT loss being lobbed. And this is starting to smell like a bomb plant. Melisium spotted last alive down to 92 health. His teammates spawning back in from main base. And actually 3 going in from the water side. This is perfectly played as Hette will get absolutely shreked there. And in 1 versus 4. And Inossi is left alive. 5 minutes left on the clock. There's a lot of time to play from both teams here. But Inossi, he takes down 1. Remember, that bomb's still not planted. Players right behind to help out their teammate here, LeiSuRe. Nossi wants to take control. He drops down on the ground. He takes out eForD, and eForD with that bipod, unable to do much, but Froxy able to get the 1 frag. Can they still take it? There's still Felix on the site, but gets taken down. Kobe He'll take down Froxy. Still Ronnie on the set. I have no idea how Ronnie's not spotted right now. Oh, spray down on Hete. Headshot to take him down, and the bomb being picked up. 2 players left alive on LeiSuRe, and this might just be a hold. A bit sloppy. How do you think the guys at eGz could have actually done it while pushing on the C site? Because they only had 2 players on there, and they just crumbled.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about what they should have done, because I'm not sure that I will have a better solution in any way.
No, obviously you will. You are the esports champion of Battlefield.
Yeah, that's true. I'm the esports retard champion, you know?
Well, you are a champion of something, I guess.
Yeah, that's very important. That's very important. That's why Effort is playing with a bipod, I guess. He wants to show that he wants to have a, you know, a signature. Like, okay, I'm losing, but I play with a bipod. Okay, that's
Exactly. I mean, it's not like the actual grips do anything, I guess.
No, actually, playing with a bipod is exactly the same thing as playing with nothing. It doesn't change. So he has the like, you know, the basic X23 stats, which are a bit faster spread reset, which can be good. I think when the patch arrived, the last patch arrived, people like Jika, LeiSuRe, even me, we played a lot with nothing on our X23, but for some reason, finally, accessories appear to be more interesting.
Just because in the ranges that you play on here, especially since most people are people that play comp, they're not going to be, you know, full autoing across the map. So it doesn't really matter because you're just going to tap fire anyways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So at some point, running whatever grip you want just doesn't change anything. I really do think that H23 heavy barrel angled is very good.
Yeah, I think in the obliteration it's the most used and it's indeed the most effective. There is also that what is it called? My God, I don't know the name in English.
What's the name? What's it? Well, is it in French?
I know it's ergo grip and muzzle breaker, I guess.
Muzzle break. I'm not a big fan of muzzle break just because of the added spread.
I know, but that's like the both setups that are the most used, I guess. I think Mayek is using ergo and muzzle breaker, and he's doing very good at long range rebates. And actually, you can have also incredible results with angled and heavy barrel. Angled heavy barrel is kind of a bit hard to use, but when you are hitting your shot right, you are like just destroying the guy. You are like completely obliterating him. Oh,
nice spun there. As it is squad obliteration, obviously, and still 2 targets remain. They push up. Ronnie wants to stay alive in this game, and Johannes rotating in. He's getting shot from behind. This is a very good pincer movement as they take down 2 of the eGz of the LeiSuRe player. Excuse me, 3 now. And that bomb, where is it? I can't actually see the bomb. There we go. This is the thing that you were talking about before with F4D and his teammates. And like, well, where's the bomb, guys? Because there's less than a minute, and Dradix coming in right into the fire banishing. This is all Ogre right now. That is a bit crazy. The bomb taking more than 30 seconds to get planted. Banishing with a double. 3 players falling. This is all over.
Yeah, it's so sad. Actually, they could reset the bomb if they wanted to, but they're not going to. Like, yeah, it's so... Yeah, that's how one player can make a huge difference in obliteration. It's not a question of having 150 tickets down or up. It's a question of planting 1 or 2 bombs. So one player can make the whole difference, you know, just by making the kill that was needed or killing the diffuser, you know.
Exactly. I guess that bomb's gonna get planted because why not? LeiSuRe want to take it 1 up. Already 1 player, 2 players falling off. Fred obviously was the first one to quit the game. 3 players left alive. I'm sure he's checking the stream right now just to see if we're shit talking, but there you go. Here's the shot on Dradix. Finally able to get a frag in this one. Look at Inasi, 24 to 16, or 24 to 15 in total. 21 to 6 for benching. Wow, that is pretty darn impressive, and this will turn this into a 4 to 1. Well done, LeiSuRe. They're going to be going into the semis to